Everything began after that battle to defeat the fusion of Black Goku. Goku returned to the future, bringing Zeno-sama from the future to the present, but the whole universe and the space-time of a great portal would be created. Goku would realize this journey was strange, but without giving it much importance, he would wait, but some turbulence caused Goku to hit his head, leaving him out of combat, and he would arrive at the destination of a few hours, and would wake up feeling groggy. What happened? My head hurts a little. Apparently, I'm not fully recovered from the battle against Black Goku. Goku would leave, realizing that he was in a very different place. He arrived at a desert place, similar to planet Earth, and would get a little more serious, remembering how Zeno-sama destroyed the entire Universe 7. What's happening? I'm sure this is not the future of Trunks, as his universe was completely destroyed. Goku would feel the power of his friends, but wasn't able to feel anything. So Goku would rise on the surface of the planet, and he had noticed a few meters away a giant colossal destroying everything in his path. I'm sure this isn't the future of Trunks. Can't allow this guy to end up in the cities, since there's also living beings here. Goku would approach the giant with the intention of trying to reason with it, but was surprised to realize that with a single blow was able to destroy the giant completely. Goku would take a little distance, observing him fixedly. What's this place supposed to be? I don't understand, but that warrior's powerful. This'll be funny. Well. Despite being a giant, he hasn't been able to withstand a single one of my blows. I thought that having a bigger musculature, he'd be able to give me a little battle. The warrior was going to call himself a hero, would leave, and for his part, Goku would investigate. And he would fly over the cities, realizing that it wasn't a timeline he knew, since its buildings were different from what he knew. Apparently this is an alternate dimension was told us about. Dimensions in which we never existed, but planet Earth continues with different stories from ours. Arrival of Goku on that world hadn't gone unnoticed, because in that world there were the hero headquarters, which were able to notice an unidentified object near one of the cities that had been destroyed. The board of directors of the Heroes Association requested a meeting with the S-Class heroes who were considered the most powerful on the planet Earth. This could pose a great threat, since no ordinary human would be able to survive in such a city that's infested by monsters. I agree with Genos. I have to be able to send multiple drones to investigate the place that happened. That warrior they're talking about, as well as the ship, has completely disappeared. I don't know if it's a real danger, since we're able to observe how he walked away and he realized that the hero named Saitama was able to eliminate that monster. No matter what happens, no one will be able to do anything against the Hero Association. We can rest easy, much less a single warrior. Despite this, we can't ignore him. If no one wants to go investigate, I offer myself. If he's dangerous, the inhabitants of the cities nearby will be in danger. The board of directors approved Genos, who was an android, to leave quickly to where Goku was. And Goku was investigating everything he could, but would notice how a subject of a different energy of that of the warriors of planet Earth was approaching. After a few seconds, it's as if a meteorite arrived in front of him. Goku watched, but without lowering his guard completely. In my database, I'm able to tell you're not a warrior from around here, so I ask you 2 questions. Who the hell are you, and why have you hidden your ship? I'm definitely not from here. My name's Son Goku, but I'm also known as Kakarot, and I'm a Saiyan. I haven't hidden my ship, only that it was more feasible for me to transport in the form of a capsule. That means you have no bad intentions in this place. That doesn't explain why you're in the territory of the enemies. I don't know, I just arrived at this place by mistake. But when I tried to turn my ship on again to leave this planet, it wasn't able to respond. Apparently it's broken completely. Goku would instantly put his hands behind his head, so Genos interpreted it as a form of attack. Thinking he had a weapon behind his back, he rushed him at high speed, and Goku, being completely off guard, had received an incredible blow which, colliding with him, destroyed everything around him. Well, apparently I've overdone it. The threat has been terminated. Have you noticed we have nothing to be afraid of, since he's just another human? We wouldn't be able to compare him with us, the heroes. But the dust from the attack scattered over the place. So what are you supposed to be doing? Since I really wanted to do something against me, let me inform you that you only managed to raise the dust. That's impossible. Even an average human would be impossible to resist my blow. Unless you're a monster. I knew it. You couldn't fool me. Get ready, I'm planning to finish you.
You, killer robot, or rather the scientist who's behind all this. You better go help Genos, because otherwise that guy will be able to end his life.
I understand. I don't like to test my powerful weapons on mere humans, but if your wise old man is able to tell me, I will. It could be observed a large black robot would approach at a high speed where the battle was being fought. It wasn't really a battle because Genos wasn't able to give him a single blow. Genos, with his advanced system, noticed the presence of another hero of S rank.
Genos, you better stay away,
because I right now will use my most lethal weapon to finish off this cockroach.
I have to get away. If only the shockwave's able to reach me, it'd be able to destroy all my circuits.
Genos, using his max speed, would move as far away as he could, but Goku looked up and would see a powerful energy bomb. He was approaching where he was, but after a few centimeters of colliding, Goku would raise one of his hands, stopping this bomb of his enemy, which would leave the heroes amazed. Even Tatsumaki, despite being a woman, was considered the three most powerful heroes, and thanks to her telekinesis, she was even amazed by the incredible feat performed by this strange warrior. Even for me, it would be difficult to stop one of the weapons of that crazy bastard. I don't understand how he was able to stop it with such tranquility. Damn you! I don't know how you're able to manage to stop my attack, but it doesn't matter since manually I'm able to generate the incredible explosion. At the moment of the explosion, you could see that even Genos was sent flying hundreds of meters all over the place, just like the robot that had been sent the bomb. Definitely he's not human, since being able to stop an atomic bomb with his hand, it's unreal. But no matter who he is, he won't survive that big explosion that is capable of ending the entire guild of heroes. From the dust, a big explosion could be seen as the warrior would walk towards them, which left him amazed. Goku, a little angry, was able to destroy the robot watching Genos. We really have underestimated him. No one's able to do something.
I've never been afraid of death, but if I had been more powerful like my master Saitama is, I wouldn't have gone through all this.
Goku would see the core of the energy being able to radiate a great light, implying that the warrior in front of him had intention of exploding, with the intention of stopping him, but Goku, with a quick moment, was able to, as a slight blow to his head, knock him out. I'm kind of upset, but I also understand they attack warriors who don't belong on the planet, and I'll help this hero since I've planned to end his life in order to end me. Goku would hold Genos and would fly to where the energy of the other heroes were, so he'd gather them up, and at the hero center was preparing to attack. He realized that he had the hero Genos, and his attacks would be canceled by Tatsumaki, who would stand in front of everyone just like Silver Bang would stand to the side of Tatsumaki. Goku would only observe them with a cold gaze, throwing Genos towards Silver Bang, and he would watch march. That guy's completely ignored us. I'm not interested in what we have to do. We should be able to manage to bring him with us. The most important board of directors of the Hero Academy would talk about the guy who was able to humiliate two S-rank heroes like they were children.
We must be able to recruit him in our ranks, since according to rumors, a villain academy is also created. But that would be extremely risky, because if that guy was a villain, he would be able to destroy the Hero Academy from inside. We can't risk.
But in case we don't take a risk, if the Villain Academy is able to recruit him, we won't be able to do anything in the face of a power like the one he's able to demonstrate. All the screens would turn red, and an alert would tell them on the monitors of an incredible meteorite beginning to approach the planet. The impact time was in 15 minutes, so the heroes would evacuate the civilians. Each one of the heroes who was even C rank was able to stand on top of the building observing this meteorite as it continued to approach quickly. For his part, Goku was on top of the mountain meditating everything that had happened. In the same way, he noticed a big meteor about to collide with the city. No, I can't allow the meteor to collide with a city and end the lives of thousands of people. I have to do something. Goku would begin to move towards the meteorite falling, but again, he was surprised to realize the same warrior who defeated that giant was able to destroy the meteorite, only letting several smaller rocks that are about to impact the city. Although that guy's able to minimize the damage, even those fragments of a meteor fall in the city, there'd be multiple injured. Goku, using some of his speed, was able to destroy all the meteor fragments that were about to hit the city. Meanwhile, in the boardroom, the board was amazed.
We should definitely be able to have that guy in our ranks. He's been able to eliminate the fragments of a meteor. I agree with you, but the hero is Saitama is amazing, as he's able to destroy the main meteor.
I'm sure that even though the hero Saitama has not been able to overcome the psychological tests, his power must be overwhelming. At the moment, Genos, in the same way, was able to reach that place where the meteor was about to impact, realizing his master was staring at the warrior who could humiliate him completely. Saitama, that's the guy who almost ended my life. But for some reason, he was unable to take me to the headquarters, where they were able to treat my injuries and make me a few improvements. So, this is the guy you're talking about who is able to even humiliate two S-Class heroes. I've already been able to notice your presence the second time and able to realize you possess great power. But this is the time for a fight. I agree with you, because even though most of the inhabitants are able to evacuate, there's still a few left. And if I give you a single blow, I could finish you and the inhabitants in this place. Ha! I like your confidence. I don't remember your name. Remind me? My name's Saitama, and I'm a hero. What's your name? My name's Son Goku, so I hope to meet you very soon. Goku would fly away from that place while Saitama would stare at him. Goku would continue flying over the planet because he was confused which one he was at. At the Hero Academy, everyone was talking about the power that subject had shown, and Genos, along with his teacher Saitama, went to a remote location where they were said to have the scientist who performed experiments on modified humans, and the board of directors had in mind to destroy that place. If the knowledge of that scientist is so great, he could create a warrior like the one flying over the entire planet. No, he must be the mad scientist who created him, since it's not possible a warrior like that could humiliate two S-rank heroes. It's decided. The hero Genos of S-rank will have the mission to destroy the base in that place to avoid further conflicts. As you order. By your permission, I proceed to withdraw. Genos would leave quickly with his master Saitama and went to an inhospitable place, which seemed no one could be at. Being able to destroy a large rock in his path, they realized how there was an underground entrance, and they entered quickly, being detected by the scientist. Hehe, it's the perfect opportunity to test the knowledge of biotechnology. They took me for a madman. I'm sure my greatest creation will end the life of these heroes. At that moment, Genos, along with Saitama, went deeper. A large creature in the form of a cockroach rammed them, but Saitama was able to dodge this blow, where Genos was completely impacted, while at the speakers of the place, the voice of the scientist would be heard. If you want to get out alive, you must eliminate my creation. Wow, I thought it'd be something more complicated. Right now, I'll destroy that insect. Saitama would go deeper, be able to reach the all-white training place. Goku was on top of the mountain meditating with everything that had happened so far. I don't know how I was able to get here, as I only returned to the future with the intention to take my friend to Zeno-sama. Goku would be taken out of his thoughts when a subject arrived in front of him, being Silver Bang, which despite his years had an incredible experience in combat, and above all his wisdom was powerful.
I can tell you not of this world, but I'm also able to see the evil in your heart, and it's something that surprises me since your heart has no evil.
You're right, I'm not from here. But since I got here, I was only attacked, whether it's monsters or heroes, or whether they call them that.
I apologize. I'll summarize it quick. A few years ago, various monsters appeared here. Humans were above average, considered heroes.
But old man, what are you telling that guy? We still don't know if he's friend or an enemy, and if you reveal more information, he can destroy us. Goku with a cold gaze would observe Tatsumaki, which would feel a cold chill run down their body.
Wow, despite possessing a completely pure heart, I can tell you have great combative instinct, and you don't let yourself be overshadowed easily.
Well, you really are very wise, but right now, you continue please. I want to know the reason why they started attacking me.
Okay. The human beings were very powerful, were considered heroes, and the Hero Academy would form, which prepared young people who longed to become heroes and save others. A great explosion would create an interruption of the conversation. Returning to Saitama and Genos, that creation could humiliate Genos. However, when he rushed against Saitama, terror was created and would go through his entire body. What's going on? Why are you walking away? I thought you were planning to end me. The creation would expel all its power despite using every bit of energy and wasn't able to withstand a single one of the enemy's blows.
Wow, I thought that being a creation and empowered by scientific advances, you could withstand one of my blows. But hell, yeah, I didn't even be able to pull that off. Saitama would be incredible throwing his blow to destroy this scientific base, and executing so much power it could generate a powerful explosion, being seen by Goku, Silver Bang, and Tatsumaki.
What happened? What caused this explosion?
Apparently it's that one guy that wears the yellow suit, since he's the only power stands out from the power of everyone else. Apparently the database informs me that Genos and Saitama are on a mission to destroy the scientific base of a mad scientist. Ha! That's the same guy. I forgot his name. Apparently he has great power to destroy even a base on his own.
I don't know what his name is. The villains have been able to form their own academy, since you can find the collaboration of heroes, since the very powerful subjects are coming.
Goku would smile. Heh, I understand. You call me Goku, and of course I'll join you since it seems very exciting, and it seems to me a little bit of place I come from.
In that case, let's go to the Heroes Academy, and we'll be able to grant you your S-Class Hero credential.
They would fly to the Hero Academy while Tatsumaki would stay there, very intrigued by Goku's sudden collaboration. That guy gives me a hard time. I'm sure he's hiding something dark, so I'll keep my eye on him. Goku and Silver Bang got to the Hero Academy and received them cordially.
We have a pleasure to have you in our academy. Tell us, how can we help you? Oh, don't worry. I was able to get Son Goku to be part of our academy.
The whole board of directors were surprised, but they welcomed him.
In a few moments, we'll have your S-Rank Hero license. You don't need to be able to inform us of the tests.
I appreciate it. They don't have to be so formal. Just by attacking me for no reason, they made me a little angry.
We're very sorry. We thought you were a villain who wanted to destroy everything.
I understand. Silver Bang informed me of everything that happened, but there's nothing to worry about. I'll be able to help them. The heroes Genos and Saitama were able to arrive instantly. An incredible pressure felt all over the place, and the tension was palpable. No one from that place could realize the pressure that was due.
I don't know what's happening in this place. I've come to inform the scientific laboratory has been completely destroyed. There's nothing to fear.
So, after you've joined the Hero Academy, that'll be interesting. It'll be a pleasure to have you as a companion.
Great words, for a hero who's only been able to reach the top position of C rank. So you want your partner to be Son Goku, rank S. You have to try harder.
Damn, I'm sure the most powerful of all the heroes in this place, but only my cognitive ability is somewhat inferior. In the center of the city, a big martial arts tournament was about to start. This time, it had attracted several heroes who wanted to become known or have to recover their reputation, and even Goku as well as Saitama. They both joined the tournament, but in each round the warriors competed, they were able to beat their opponents with ease. No ordinary human possessed the power to face them, and so in the semifinals, which they got to, Saitama would face a powerful warrior named Shiryu, who had great combative skills.
It's amazing how you, like the other weird-haired combat power warrior, had been able to pass the finals. I thought in the end I would face Bazookan, but apparently he was defeated by him, so now I'll have to defeat you, and I'll face you.
It's a pity you can't defeat me, since the difference of our powers is incomparable, but attack with everything you got. His opponent, being underestimated, with a great fury, rushed Saitama. Despite the great speed, he wasn't able to do anything against him, and Saitama watched him intently, was able to grant him a slight blow, defeating him. Wow, thought with him I'd be able to use more power, but only that warrior could quench my combative thirst will be apparently that guy. The warrior would start the final battle in the martial arts tournament. Both warriors would pass the ring, but being seconds away from starting their battle, a big guy could appear in front of them, destroying part of the platform.
You simple humans have taken the name of heroes. Right now, we're planning to finish you, but you have a choice. If you join the Villains Academy, you'll be able to leave alive. Although, you will have to eat monster cells to become part of our academy.
Several participants ordered not to die would accept to eat the monster cells, getting a genetic mutation. Trying the others to attack, Goku, with a quick movement, was able to send the life of those subjects. They can already see the human beings. Since they instantly consumed those monster cells, their energy became completely changed. Well, apparently we won't fight yet, because even though our days are off, it seems we got some work. I agree with you, but it only makes waiting much more interesting, since that means our battle will be interesting.
Well, what do we have here? We're just two simple humans trying to oppose the Villain Academy? Ha! Don't make me laugh.
He'd be interrupted by a human who would eat the monster cells, but his rank was Class A, which was surprising.
You stupid-haired bastard! With the power I acquired, you can't do anything against me. I'll defeat you and return the humiliation you put me through. Oh, I swear I'll exterminate you.
That's what I didn't expect. I didn't think that this pathetic tournament a human would reach rank A. In that case, we'll have much more power. Goku staring at him with a serious look, Bazookan would pounce against him. Despite his punch being 10 times bigger than Goku, everyone was amazed as Goku could stop his punch with only one hand. Since you decided to become a monster, you can only finish with your grave. At that moment, I plan to finish you.
I don't know how you can stop my blow. That was luck, since a simple human could have compared to my A-rank monster power.
Bazookan attacked Goku, and Goku would clench his fist a little, and with a simple blow could disintegrate the entire upper part of his body, making his lower part fall to the side platform while Goketsu watched in disbelief.
The power you possess is amazing. If you join us, you can obtain superhuman power.
Oh well, let's stop talking since I have to fight. I hope you're able to withstand one of my blows. Goketsu observed Saitama and could feel true terror, because an incredible red-colored aura could be seen from Saitama's body and make him flee. Now, I ain't gonna let you run. You interrupted my battle, so right now you can fight against me. Saitama with a great leap would reach him, but from the sky only could be seen Goketsu's head falling to the ground. One of the most powerful warriors of the Hero Academy had been defeated by a single blow. Well, that was boring. I thought it'd be more powerful than Goku. What do you think, if we continue with what we had left? Meanwhile, in a spaceship close to Earth, a powerful being was preparing to have the most intense fight. Because he had been able to know defeat in his existence, he had come to face Saitama. An extremely powerful being was beginning to approach Earth, but the heroes of the planet weren't able to sense that. Goku could notice the entity was a different energy beginning to approach the planet. A presence that I could feel. It's not an incredible power, it surpasses most of these heroes. I doubt it could cope with Saitama, much less mine. Inside the ship, a powerful warrior was on his throne.
Hundreds of years ago, a psychic was able to communicate with this planet, and I'll have my battle of dreams, a battle that I've never had before.
My lord, we will reach planet Earth in about 4 Earth days.
That's good. I'm going to look forward to fighting the warrior able to get me to use all my power.
Meanwhile, at the Hero Academy, a big alert would be generated. On this occasion, the security systems noticed an unidentified object approaching Earth.
We can't do anything, because if we destroy that ship, hundreds of humans will die, and it'll explode into thousands of pieces. I agree with the data partner, but we can't do anything just not waiting. We have an enemy. We won't be able to do anything against him.
The court will be not to attack unless the beings arrive in that ship attack us. In that case, we'll have our best heroes on board. The Hero Academy would inform each of the S ranks about a possible invasion on Earth. Because of this, each hero was able to get to the place where the possible arrival of the spaceship would be. Days would pass, and on arrival, the large ship would be over the city, destroying everything in its path, and the heroes would try to stop it. It was impossible, because when trying to approach them, they were attacked with energy rays from the ship. I want to see the so-called heroes, what they're capable of. I'll only intervene if civilians are attacked.
Attack! And eliminate all life from this planet, as this place will be our new base until Lord Boros-sama is finally able to arrive.
From the ship, a powerful and opposing warrior would appear in front of these heroes, who would not say a single word, and launch themselves against him. And although they were able to tear him to pieces, he was able to regenerate with a big smile.
I must confess that was somewhat agile, but it's impossible for them to defeat me since they don't possess the required power.
Saitama was able to infiltrate the ship, starting to destroy the room after room, which would make the commander of the ship realize the destruction he was generating.
This cannot be allowed. That human is able to destroy several of our warriors.
Saitama would arrive at a large door, which would seem to be very resistant. Wow, apparently I have to use a bit of my fist to destroy this door. Saitama giving it a slight blow would destroy the door in the control center. Returning to the battlefield, Goku was watching everything, realizing the warrior that the other heroes couldn't eliminate had a small sphere in his body and contained all his vital energy. Goku would begin to part with the Academy of Heroes with agile movements, would be able to eliminate a few enemies which threatened the lives of innocent beings. Realizing that no one was in danger, he'd continue to observe the battle his classmates developed. Apparently it doesn't matter how much they destroy it, as long as they can't destroy that small sphere, it'd be impossible for them. And seeing it, there are 4 spheres inside, which means that subject has 4 union of warriors. The powerful warrior could connect an incredible blow with Silver Bang, which sent him flying with an overwhelming power. While surprised, the incredible power was able to send flying one of the most powerful heroes of rank.
I can't believe the mighty Bang. He was sent flying by that power. We can't do anything against him. Ha ha ha! Have you given up? Let me tell you that this is nothing, because simple ants I don't have to use much more power.
From a large mountain, you could see Silver Bang stand up, leaving everyone surprised, even Goku. Wow, his stamina is amazing. I'm sure he compares to Master Roshi, since an ordinary human would have died from that blow.
Ugh. I must thank you, since you've been able to decompress one of my muscles. And thank you, I'll be able to finish with you.
The look of Silver Bang changed, and staring at his enemy, his rival, he was able to multiply his limbs, and for Silver Bang, it seemed no problem, being able to pierce his skin, connecting a blow to the first sphere, managing to destroy it, which one of the barriers died.
I've been able to discover your weakness, because no matter how powerful you are, everyone's got a weak point. Even if your body can regenerate, we're able to destroy your small energy core and it'll be your end.
Wow, this wise old man's amazing. Because a simple human, he can perform such a feat that's impossible. But for now, I'll just keep watching. Goku would observe everything going on, and only got involved when someone's life was at risk. On the contrary, he'd see these so-called heroes were able to take care of the type of situations. Saitama, when he found himself in the command room, the commander in charge of the ship and his crew would execute a technique with the intention to make him disappear with gravity. Since his bones were completely destroyed, he was amazed to realize Saitama, his gravity wasn't able to cause him any harm.
What? How can you do that? You're a simple human withstanding my gravity?
Oh, what are you supposed to be doing? Am I able to feel a tingling all over my body? Would you be able to stop, please?
A tingle? Are you making fun of me? I'll use 100% of my gravity. I don't care if I kill every cell in your body.
The subject was able to release all the gravity on Saitama, and even though his feet sunk a little deeper due to the gravity, Saitama wasn't able to be affected in the slightest. I don't know what you want, but it's time to finish you. I hope you're able to just take one of my blows. Saitama with a single blow could eliminate the commander of the ship, and because of this, the ship would fall completely towards Earth. Saitama had been able to reach the room where Boros was.
So, you're the human who can grant me the most impressive battle of my life. Although I must admit, you don't look powerful.
What? What are you talking about? I've never seen you in my life.
I'm Boros, and I'm known as the Devourer of Worlds. But hundreds of years ago, I'm not able to feel emotion in battle. So a psychic could inform me on Earth I had to use all my power. And even I don't even know I had a chance to win. And realize that your abilities, that this subject...
You mean you traveled all over outer space to look for a battle with a psychic that could inform you about it?
If you agree, I am sure that you wouldn't be a problem, since you, being so powerful, must be bored. That guy can't give you an entertaining battle, so in this battle we'll have fun.
Shut your mouth. Saitama with a blow was able to send him flying towards the columns. To his surprise, that warrior could stand up again, although his arm cracked a little.
This is amazing. I've never been able to take a hit with that power. This is the battle I wanted.
Boros launched himself against Saitama, and both would fight. Meanwhile, on the outside, Silver Bang was able to destroy his enemy completely, being able to eliminate the last core of his vital energy.
I'm sure that was fun. I haven't had a battle of that caliber for years.
The great ship would begin to fall on the heroes, who, despite using their speed, would find it impossible to escape.
Apparently, this is our end, but we've been able to evacuate the civilians.
As the ship approached them, the moment it stopped falling, it would begin to rise.
This is the work of Tatsumaki, since she only has the psychic ability to lift millions of tons.
Everyone was amazed to realize Goku could lift the ship with pure physical force. Instantly, Tatsumaki arrived, being surprised. That's amazing! Even for me, it would have been a little complicated to be able to lift that ship. It weighs millions of tons! This guy seems completely easy. Who is he? Returning to the battle, Saitama with a more powerful blow destroyed his armor completely. But a big laugh would resonate.
Ha 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 ha! You could destroy that armor and I can retain all my power. That means I can use all the power I promised captive.
An incredible power would begin to be released from Boros. This time, his armor retained that power, and he turned into thousands of pieces. The appearance of Boros began to change gradually, while his power grew in an inordinate way. 30 seconds and a great light illuminated everything around him. Saitama was able to see the new appearance of Boros. Wow, so that's your true form. The power you unleashed is amazing, but no matter what your power is, I've never defeated.
Apparently, two beings have never been defeated or about to face. It's a pity that the one of the two will have to fall. Get ready. Here I come.
Boros at a great speed would exchange thousands of blows, even extending the battle all over outside the ship. Well, apparently they're both having fun. That guy doesn't seem too bad a person. Like Saitama, he's just looking for a warrior opponent to make him feel the adrenaline of battle again. The battle would last 15 minutes, where Saitama had the advantage. Boros would move away carrying all his power. In the last attack, his attention was able to defeat him.
I will not point towards Earth, since this planet's not to blame for anything, but I'm sure that with this attack I can defeat you.
Boros' power began to accumulate inside, and he would throw a powerful attack against Saitama with a little smile. I must admit, you're powerful, but you can't defeat me with that attack. Saitama would boost his fist with a little more power, returning such an incredible attack, defeating him completely. Boros would fall to the ground defeated, and while he died, he was able to use all his energy.
Wow, apparently a much more powerful being than me is able to appear. It's interesting. I didn't need to use all your power.
Your power is incredible. You're a tough warrior I've faced. Goku would watch everything happen. He would teleport to the middle of the warriors and would give a smile. You're an incredible guy, but you're not committed something with a paid by death. For that reason, I'll help you, so you can get the Hero Academy since your power is of help. Goku, with the medicine in hand, in the world he had never seen, was able to get Boros to stand up again, while his wounds were completely healed.
What? How you could heal me? Are you the healer of planet Earth? That's amazing!
However, Boros would look up and realize Goku's aura was more terrifying than Saitama's, which would indicate one thing. Goku's power was hundreds of times higher than Saitama and would leave Boros surprised.
I'd gladly accept to join your Hero Academy, and I'll become the most powerful to be able to fight you and not get bored.
I didn't think you'd be able to do that, but don't forget, we have a pending battle. Don't forget that! Soon you two will be fighting against me, and if you're able to hit me, I can train you. Saitama, by defeating the world leader Boros, Goku healed his wounds. Boros would be a new member of the Heroes Headquarters and would be part of the group of S-rank heroes because it was to destroy a city entirely. He was even considered a great threat since the Heroes Headquarters didn't want to recruit him.
I totally disagree from that warrior from that other planet, much less he's capable of forming from the S-rank heroes. Well, I agree with him. Joining our Hero Academy. If he doesn't, I'm sure he'll be part of the new Villain Academy, and his power is so destructive it could cause incidents in the future. But in case he does wreak havoc, I'm sure the S-ranked hero Goku will be able to beat him, since he's the only one convinced to end him in the academy. I'm the one who has the last word. Since this is a vote, I agree to let him join. I'm sure it'll be a good help, since we don't have to worry Goku keep an eye on him. The meeting of the Hero Academy would end with this decision, granting the S-rank credential to Boros. Goku on the mountain meditating next to him, with Genos about to start his training. Boros would arrive where Goku was meditating. They've been able to accept me into the Hero Academy, and all this thanks to you. I want to have a fight against you since I have to realize your power is greater than Saitama's.
Believe me, you don't know what you're saying. Since you're right, my power is bigger than Saitama's, but you haven't beaten Saitama. Well, what do you think you could do against me? You better train to get stronger. Everything around him would tremble. Genos would rush against his master, and his incredible power and speed, for Saitama, that's nothing. He dodged his blows, and for his part, Saitama would attack an opening, throwing a slight blow before colliding with Genos' face. He'd stop and would destroy everything behind him, leaving him a little surprised.
Saitama, please, let's train a little more. At this moment, I'm sure I can do a lot more energy and power, but give me a little more time.
Okay, but it'll be the last time since I want to train and I don't want to hurt you. If I hadn't stopped my blow, I'd have finished with you.
Don't worry, Saitama-sama. At this moment, I'll show you the fruit of my workout and each improvement. Get ready.
Genos, with higher power, destroying everything around him, would attack Saitama, so Goku and Boros would observe the training, being completely boring for Boros, who would consider all beings below him scum.
That guy's attacking without strategy. If he continues, no matter what he does, he'll develop the fight and will be defeated by Saitama. Even though he doesn't hit, he's cornering him with incredible defense.
After all, you're an observer. I want you to know that the conclusion you'd be able to reach out in this combat, although there's only one thing you could do wrong, since we're beings from other worlds, we can defeat you easily.
I've only achieved that by Saitama. For that reason, I've stayed on this plane, although I'm sure you could defeat me, since your aura is even more sinister than Saitama's, and that means you're stronger.
Saitama, on this occasion, would slightly blow Genos' stomach, making him fall, generating chaos. Genos would be completely defeated, without standing able up with great difficulty.
Wow, Master Saitama's power is amazing. I have to reach more power, otherwise I won't be able to protect everything I love.
Hey Goku, since we're in the tournament, we weren't able to fight, so how about we have a friendly battle? I want to see your power. Ha! That'd be something funny, but I doubt you could do anything against me. But what you think you could do, Boros was able to fight against me? If they're able to connect a blow to my face, I'll grant them a worthy training. Saitama, annoyed, would take a few steps in front of Goku.
Are you implying I won't be able to do anything against you, Goku?
It'd be better you don't trust yourself, since I possess great power that you can't even imagine. It's not something I imply, it's something I know. Because no matter how much power you hide, you can't do anything against me. And that's why I give them opportunity to form a team so they can face me.
I hope that decision you won't regret, because the power both is amazing, and we'll see if we can connect a blow to end you.
Ha! We'll see that, since we have no idea what power I hide.
I completely disagree. It's not fair battle for me since it's 2 against 1. I'll wait patiently to fight with you, Goku.
Don't worry, I assure you that even you two can't unite your powers to beat me. So team up with Saitama.
That's fine, but we'll end your life. I hope nothing happens to us.
In that case, I'll wait for you. Attack when you want and don't hold back, because otherwise you won't be able to manage to do anything. Saitama and Boros were confident, amazed to observe Goku's gaze quickly change to a sadistic one, because even though they tried to cover themselves, they couldn't. Goku's speed was not even able to rock Genos' systems, and they both were falling into some rocks. Heh, you've been warned. You better prepare, because that's only been the beginning, and that you'll happen in case you can trust. Saitama and Boros recovered. Several drops of blood would fall on them, which would leave them surprised, much more to Saitama, who's been able to become a hero and be considered the strongest human in the world. No one could hurt him, but Goku, with a slight movement, made him bleed. I don't know how you got it, but you're right. We shouldn't trust each other. I hope you won't either, because I'm about to defeat my enemies with one blow. And with you, it won't be the exception. Heh, I can tell you're confident, because of the physical power you have. No matter what power you got, it won't be enough to make me bleed or cause damage, since the difference in powers is like comparing heaven and earth. Saitama, with more anger, lashed out against Goku, who could dodge his punches with incredible elegance. Boros was channeling a large part of his power in an energy core.
With this collected power, I'll be able to generate hyper combo killer hits. And no matter how much speed you have, I'll connect a hit with you.
Boros, after a few seconds, would continue to collect his incredible power, while Saitama would continue to grant dozens of blows. But all of his blows weren't able to connect since Goku neutralized them or dodged them. The heroine, Tatsumaki, was accompanied by Silver Bang, and both would look for Goku and Boros, informing the situation that would arise at the Hero Academy about the new creation of the Villain Academy. I hate being that guy's messenger. I don't know how the hell he's able to do it, but his physical strength could overcome my telekinesis.
You better control yourself, since he's the one of your companions, and I'm sure he has the most powerful less-ranked hero, or already is.
No, No, that's impossible. They can better fight him quickly since he doesn't like thinking about how he has to achieve those feats.
Both were able to observe a large explosion in the distance. They began to approach quickly, returning to the battlefield. Genos was completely able to regenerate. Thanks to the new advanced system of his creator, he could supplement all his damaged parts with new ones, replacing them. Definitely the power of the hero Goku is another level, since Saitama is not able to connect a single punch. Although the energy power of Boros is increasing, it seems he's trying to exploit it. I'm ready. With this power, I'll be able to hit you. The power of Boros would explode like speed, which had rushed against Goku. Being able to surpass Saitama, Boros would start attacking with great speed. Despite all the great power he was able to achieve, it hadn't been enough to connect a single blow. Despite the explosive speed, Goku was nothing amazed.
Boros, all this speed you've been able to get in this time? It's definitely disappointing. I didn't attack you thinking it was a special technique, but you know that how good you are able to regenerate, since that's the only way you can get stronger. Boros wasn't able to understand what he said, and would feel the whole body turn to pieces. Goku, with a slight blow, almost destroyed Boros. With great regeneration on his body, he could rebuild himself quickly. A gigantic power on the top of the whole place, Tatsumaki and Silver Bang instantly reached the battlefield. Being able to intervene, they would stop Genos. Don't worry, this is just training, since my teacher Saitama and Boros wanted to fight against Goku, but the only condition was that both of them form a team. It's surprising though that despite they weren't able to beat him. What'd you say? This is a training? I can't believe it. The power they're using is incredible. They're trying to kill each other. No, Silver Bang, because if he had tried to end the life of my advanced system, he would have detected it. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened. An incredible attack of Boros was thrown against Goku. Goku would prepare to stop it. Saitama from a blind spot would lash out, but even though it was a blind spot, Goku could stop his blow with one of his hands, creating dust around the power of both of them. The attack of Boros is a few centimeters. Goku released a little bit of his power, making his aura rise all over the place, managing to disintegrate that incredible power. Boros had thrown him, leaving everyone surprised. What's happened? That was my best attack. Even that power, I was able to channel all of my energy. What did that guy do? Ugh, that was close. You guys make a good team, because if you hadn't made a team, you wouldn't been able to do anything. Goku, with a quick movement and without letting them be able to talk, was able to connect several blows to the companions, leaving them out of combat. I definitely don't understand the limit of his strength. Although Saitama's not been considered S-rank, his physical power is greater than all the heroes I know. He's only failed the intelligence test. The only feeds my desire about the secrets of that subject, since I'm increasingly sure that this is not from that planet either. Stopping an attack of that magnitude and turning without a scratch is something impossible. I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm part of the Hero Academy. You keep throwing hits against me. You want to fight me too? No, my power of telekinesis, I don't use force like you men. I'm able to defeat you with my thought. Heh, we think we calm down. But Goku, the reason we're here is the new villain association's been formed. Wow, I understand. But what does that do with the Hero Association? Are they causing havoc in other cities? At that moment, without any reason, rumors are preparing to dominate the world and wipe out heroes. That's right, this time it doesn't matter how much power you have. Even the villains unite, you can't do anything. I understand. I'll train Boros, Genos, and Saitama, and the Hero Academy have more powerful warriors, so they don't have anything to worry about. I promise I might help protect this planet. Heh, I knew I could count on you. In that case, we're to leave. Silver Bang and Tatsumaki would leave the battlefield while Goku would approach the hero Genos. I hope you're ready. This time I'll make you more powerful and compare yourself to Saitama. Instantly, in the place, Fubuyaki was attacking multiple villains and would begin to be tortured. Goku felt his energy rapidly decreased, being able to save Fubuki. You better get out of here, since I'm not going to repeat it again. That villain trying to attack Goku would be swallowed up by Goku's aura, while Goku would return to the place, accompanied by Fubuki. I can tell you're Tatsumaki's sister. You'll be my apprentice, and I'll make you a very powerful hero, even more than your sister. Goku was in front of Genos, Boros and Saitama combating, and Goku would teach the basis of energy in the body, and regardless of it being an android, was able to channel the energy, and in some cases these androids with the ability to possess unlimited energy allowed them to fight without their energy flow decreasing. I want you to feel that internal energy that's in you to be able to access a state very few humans can achieve. But Goku, if very few humans are able to get it, how can you do it? I better coach Saitama and Boros, they're better than me. Don't worry, very few humans can achieve it since they haven't had any teacher to teach them about internal energy. It's okay, I hope I won't disappoint them. Geno's concentrated to find this energy, not being able to find anything in his internal energy system. Goku would place his hand on his back, transmitting some energy to him, which was enough for Genos to access the key. That's the kind of energy you're able to boost your attacks with much more. Flying create techniques. You first have to control it. What? How am I supposed to do that? This is complete madness. I appreciate it. I'll be eternally grateful to you. Fubuki, who was watching everything in front of her, this subject had multiple rumors, and the brother of Tatsumaki had forbidden her to approach since it was a worldwide threat. I don't think she's a threat. She's able to share her knowledge of energy. It's something I want to. Even though I don't want to be my sister's shadow, I want to be more powerful than the S-ranked heroine. Fubuki would be taken out of her thoughts by Goku, who was calling her. Hey, what's your name? I know you're related to Tatsumaki, but since I saved you, I felt your energy starting to decrease. Thank you very much. I'm Fubuki, Tatsumaki's sister. I'm not taken into account since my sister's telekinesis power surpasses me. No problem. If you agree, this moment I'll train you to become a great heroine. Fubuki was excited, would hug Goku, who was surprised. I appreciate it. I've always been considered useless for not having the abilities my sister has. I promise I'll try to overcome her. That's nothing to be thankful for. And I want to have for a long time you to be powerful. But a big surprise is when Tatsumaki finds out her sister can overcome her. Let's go! Goku in the same way goes to Genos, and this time to Tatsumaki, awakening his internal energy. The telekinesis powers compared to the sister was being able to make mountains levitate as well as dozens of lightning bolts fall. This power intensified, and in an unknown place, a warrior named Garu, the first apprentice of Silver Bang, was able to return to the city. But he had a task: kill the heroes that find his path. And he was able to face a group of heroes, provoking them. So you call yourselves heroes? Apparently you're nothing but simple clowns, because you otherwise be able to do something against me. The leader of the squad would get in front of Garu, and not recognizing crushed Garu, was able to get a complete beating, leaving him wounded all over his body. Be thankful I left you alive, otherwise I'd have finished you without mercy. Let's leave, guys. At that moment, Garu stood up, adopting a strange battle pose, this time connecting blows that caused damage to his enemy, and the other heroes in the place rushed Garu, but couldn't do anything since the power separated was madness. Garu beat everyone without exception, and beat the new apprentice of Silver Bang. After all, I'm gifted. Because the damage my body suffers, this adaptation's incredible. I'm surprised how low Silver Bang fell. That guy was a wimp. Garu would leave. Silver Bang was able to reach his brother and had requested help in order to stop Garu. This is only caused by Garu. Since this human has a great adaptation, we can't allow him to face the other heroes. He'll be able to become more powerful, and we'll be able to defeat him. Don't worry, brother. It doesn't matter what the heroes faces. This problem when he faces S-ranked heroes, his power when he fights them is of another level. No S-ranked hero will be able to give him alive. I hope so. Otherwise, everything's in danger. Returning to the camp, Boros and Saitama were awakened after 4 days. Fubuki and Genos achieved great results with their powers and combined attacks, and they were able to work as a team. Oh, wow! You're able to wake up! I didn't know how long you'd remain unconscious. I was able to train Genos and Fubuki. Wow, I'm surprised you're able to train Genos. I want to check everything in order to learn this time. How long were you unconscious? It must have been about 2 days. You're right. You and Boros were unconscious for about 4 days. Genos and Fubuki were able to get a crushing power. They could give themselves multiple problems. Ha! Don't say stupid things. It's only been 4 days. It's impossible they could do that. But I want to test their powers. You better be surprised, Fubuki. Fight Boros. He's an S-class hero, but don't get carried away. Your power is much higher than you and your training. I know I can make it. I know I can do it. Let's start. Boros, without expecting his enemy to be powerful, launched head-on, and surprised, an incredible mountain combined with fire hit him directly, generating destruction. Fubuki's power was of another level, but fragments Boros would appear with multiple wounds, expelling a little blood.
What the hell? You could give me all that damage? You're a human! Only human beings able to generate that damage to me is Saitama, and I don't count Goku because I don't know if he belongs to this planet.
You better not get complacent, otherwise you'll be defeated by a heroine who's Class B. That wouldn't be good for your record in the Hero Academy. Boros, irritated, would pounce against Fubuki. She was able to dodge most of the blows, and Boros was able to not connect, and a few of them with the telekinesis barrier. So defense wasn't unbreakable for this warrior, only being defeated by a warrior that exceeded the level of his energy that he managed to destroy the barrier. Fubuki opened Boros' defense, connecting a blow that would generate no harm to Boros. Fubuki's physical power had not been greatly elevated. Damn! I was able to concentrate a lot more energy in my fists. It's getting a lot more complicated, but I know I could do it. The battle would continue. Genos would approach Saitama.
I like that battle of Fubuki and Boros. Got anything to say?
Only that they're able to leave me speechless. I've been able to increase my powers these days, but you're able to increase your power explosively?
Heh, Master, I want to be able to fight you again and be able to realize how you can release my powers thanks to Goku.
That'll be fun, because even with Boros I haven't been able to fight seriously. This time I want to fight you using all my strength.
Heh, Master, I have a lot of respect for you. I promise not to you be disappointed in my training, and I can protect the whole nation.
Meanwhile, in the Silverbank Shrine, very thoughtful Garu's return would only bring bad events.
His teacher must stop him, because he can bring much more power, even though I won't be able to do anything against him.
Multiple villains arrived, and they were being offered a great deal. Even among them was Garu, but this time this place was much more powerful.
I won't join this crappy academy. I just want to be more powerful and fight powerful warriors, and what better villains? I have no problem to overdo it and end their lives.
The villains, furious around him, rushed him. His strength was superior to those villains and defeated them, realizing his strength didn't compare with the warriors of A rank, much less S rank, which possessed overwhelming powers.
This place isn't good for training. If someone wants to stop me, they'll be willing to die since they have no plans to leave him alive.
Garu would leave without anyone interrupting him. Returning to the training ground, Fubuki, exhausted with Boros' defense, and Boros was irritated by how he underestimated, now realized that he'd fallen into a trap of his enemy, since his energy was beginning to decrease a bit by a time. Apparently Fubuki's plans to end the battle when Boros used all his energy. Well, that'll take longer, since the energy reserves are also impressive.
Damn, I'm not planning to let another human defeat me.
Boros channeling his power with the same technique against Goku, Fubuki would distance in order for Boros to charge his power. Charge your power with tranquility. I don't plan to attack. Your ultimate technique, I want to beat you with every last drop of your power and energy.
Damn trust must cost your life. Get ready.
Boros' explosion rushed Fubuki, a little surprised since her speed had intensified, leaving her surprised. Despite her incredible speed, she wasn't able to overcome the kinetic power. Each blow was not able to capable of generating great damage, only scratches. Boros, despite this, would continue attacking with power, not letting her do anything. And that was when she believed with connecting thousands of Fubuki's voice could be heard. Planetary devastation! An incredible mountain of energy with great power collided with Boros. On the verge of death, this occasion Fubuki's attack was devastating. He wasn't able to control his internal energy completely. For that reason, his attacks were either too weak or extremely powerful to leave the S-ranked hero on the verge of death. Wow, I could beat an S-ranked hero! In a very short time, I was able to surpass my sister and show her I'm a prodigy. Fubuki, you defeated a hero of S-rank, but next you must control your energy because you can end the life of your partner. I understand, Goku. I'm sorry. I'll keep training to master the energy completely and control it 100%. Heh, don't worry, I'll hear Boros. Meantime, you and Genos and Saitama could train your powers to be measured. Goku would approach Boros and transmit a little of his energy, recovering him, and even getting a little of power, since Goku's energy was pure, being able to heal any wound as well as grant power.
Wow, I can't believe the training you were able to give them. And they, being so weak, became powerful. I can't imagine how powerful I'll be under your teachings.
Heh, you better not get complacent because even the weakest warriors are the ones with the best genetics and adaptations for battles.
I hope that preparing Saitama, because at this moment I'll be able to use all the teachings Mr. Goku gave me. This battle is very interesting. You can attack whenever you want, Genos.
Genos and Saitama, both heroes face to face, would start their great fight, in which they demonstrated all the fruit of their training that Saitama remained unconscious. The confrontation between Gohan in his Super Saiyan Phase 3 form and Takagami marked a drastic change in the intensity of the battle. The skies, previously serene, witness of the confrontation, darkened with the energy unleashed by both combatants. And each blow resounded like thunder in the vast and silent cosmic space, defying the tranquility of the stars watching from a distance. The explosions of energy briefly illuminated the darkness, creating a chaotic and majestic spectacle at the same time. The flashes of light and shadow intertwined in a frantic dance that reflected the ferocity of the combat. The shockwaves spread out in the distance, distorting space itself and recalling the magnitude of the power unleashed on that battlefield. Each movement was a ballet of strength and dexterity, with Gohan and Takagami challenging each other in a battle that transcended the physical, entering the realms of the mystical and the epic. Their cries of determination were lost amid the din of battle, but their spirits echoed in every exchange of blows, making it clear that this confrontation was not just for dominance or survival, but for the legacy of their lineages and the protection of their worlds. Gohan, his eyes shining with an indomitable determination, channeled all his power in every movement, leaving a trail of energy that shimmered with a force that defied the limits of the unimaginable. His taut muscles, his golden aura glowing with intensity, made him an unstoppable force that sought justice and protection for all those he loved and defended. "You will not escape my justice, Takagami! My determination's like an unbreakable torrent that'll sweep away any darkness you try to sow. Every blow I throw carries with it the strength of all those I protect and defend. I'll not rest until the truth shines on every shadow you've woven with your deceptions. Get ready to face the justice I bring!" Gohan roared with fiery fury, his voice echoing across the battlefield like an echo of the very protective will drive him. Every blow he threw carried with it the emotional burden of years of struggle and sacrifice, the determination of a hero willing to do anything for the well-being of his world and his loved ones. On the other hand, Takagami, with his characteristic agility and calculated cunning, dodged Gohan's attacks with fluid and precise movements. His cold and calculating gaze contrasted with the ferocity of the Saiyan, unveiling an enemy who did not underestimate the threat he faced. "Interesting. I see that the power of the Saiyan pride still burns deep in your being, Gohan, but let me tell you this. However intense it may be, will not be enough to defy the chains of your inevitable fate." Between each exchange of blows and dodges, the battlefield turned into an epic scenario where two titans collided, not only with their bodies, but with their convictions and purposes. The fate of both was intertwined in a deadly dance where determination, skill, and strength merged in a conflict that transcended the physical and went deep into their warriors' souls. The clash of energies was so intense that the Z warriors felt the pressure and overwhelming weight of the unfolding confrontation. The magnitude of the conflict resonated in every corner of the known universe, like an echo of power that transcended planetary barriers and penetrated the very heart of those who were fighting for survival and justice. The fluctuations in ki were palpable, even to those watching from a distance, like a symphony of opposing forces colliding in a chaotic but harmonious dance. Every member of the Z warriors could feel the electricity in the air, the tension that preceded every strategic move and every heartbreaking blow. The earth trembled under the influence of the unleashed energy, as if the world itself was responding to the duel of titans being waged on its surface. The skies darkened even more, as if the universe itself was holding its breath at the magnificence and terror of that epic contest. In those moments of crisis, the Z warriors' determination grew even stronger, fueled by the urgency to protect what they loved and to face any adversity with courage and conviction. It was a reminder that during chaos and destruction, the human spirit could shine with an unshakable light. Piccolo, with his strategic mind sharper as a razor, watched every move with meticulous attention, Every gesture, every spark of unleashed energy carried with it the promise of a decisive change during the battle. His intense and serene gaze concealed a precise calculation as he searched for the perfect opportunity to intervene in support of his disciple. Piccolo, with his gaze lost on the horizon as he pondered the situation deeply, added in a calm but determined voice,
Gohan is channeling an incredible power right now. If we manage to amplify their energy and coordinate a joint attack, we could tip the scales in our favor and find the opportunity we need to change the course of this battle.
His mind worked like a meticulous clock, evaluating possibilities and strategies during the chaos that was unleashed in front of him. Meanwhile, at the epicenter of the conflict, Gohan and Takagami continued their titanic duel, each determined to impose their will and determination on the other. Gohan's transformation into Super Saiyan Stage 3 not only gave him enormous strength, but also imposed a demanding tribute in terms of energy and physical endurance. Gohan, his breathing agitated by the effort and intensity of the moment, expressed with determination in his voice between short breaths, "His power! It's overwhelming! But I must stand firm! I can't fail!" Every word resonated with an unwavering commitment as he prepared to face the ordeal ahead of her, his aura glowing with a mixture of exhaustion and relentless resolve. His spirit stood like a burning flame during the storm, braving adversities with a determination that sprang from the core of his being. On the other hand, Takagami, with his arrogant smile and calculated movements, responded to every attack of Gohan with an inordinate confidence in his own dexterity and power. Takagami, with a voice imbued with superiority and a tone that denoted his absolute confidence in his words, defiantly replied,
"Admiral, but naive. Your determination's remarkable, Gohan, but you must understand that no force in this universe can change your destiny."
His voice resonated with an assurance that seemed to defy all opposition, marking a gap between confidence in his power and Gohan's will. His self-assurance was impenetrable as the toughest steel, a psychological barrier that defied even the storms of energy roaring around him. The confrontation was coming to a head as the Z warriors, with a mixture of worry and palpable hope in their hearts, prepared to intervene at the precise moment that could change the course of the battle. Vegeta, with his intense and analytical gaze, watched every flash of power unleashed by Gohan with a mixture of admiration and concern in his eyes. Vegeta, with his analytical and sharp mind, was muttering to himself in a barely audible tone due to the palpable tension in the air.
Gohan's unleashing an incredible power.
His words were a whisper, charged with respect and concern, acknowledging the magnitude of the power that Gohan was unleashing at that critical moment.
But he must maintain control if he wants to survive this,
he added with a seriousness that reflected his experience in past battles and his understanding of the dangers of losing control over so much unleashed energy. Goku, the legendary warrior who knows the limits and beyond, nodded solemnly at Vegeta's words. Goku, with a calmness that radiated experience and wisdom, recognized with respect in his voice, "We know what it's like to fight at the limit, but Gohan's showing exceptional courage that inspires us all." His words resonated with the depth of one who has faced countless challenges, understanding the nature of struggle and the sacrifice it entails. With admiration palpable in his tone, recognizing the courage and determination of his son during adversity, his voice, serene but full of respect, reflected the confidence in Gohan's potential to overcome any obstacle. Meanwhile, the energy flowing through Gohan was reaching its peak, manifesting itself in an impressive visual spectacle. Its golden aura radiated an intense light that illuminated the surrounding space, making even the distant stars seem to pale in comparison. Gohan, with a roar full of determination that echoed throughout the battlefield, exclaimed with fervor, addressed to his father and Vegeta, "Father! Vegeta! All of you! This power is to protect you all!" His voice carried with an emotional charge of his commitment to the protection of his loved ones, a promise that manifested itself in every flash of his glowing aura, and in every blow aimed at the darkness that threatened his world. His voice, echoing like an echo of hope amid the chaos of battle, his energy, instead of just being destructive, became a beacon of hope for his allies, instilling strength and determination in their hearts.
The buildup of energy finally reached its peak when Gohan unleashed a combined attack so powerful that it seemed to tear the very fabric of space. The surprise on Takagami's face was palpable, reflecting the magnitude of the force unleashed by the young Saiyan.
Impossible! I can't believe the magnitude of your strength, Gohan! You've unweakened a power that defies all my expectations and strategies so far. But you haven't witnessed everything I can do yet. My abilities are not limited to what you've witnessed so far. And I still have cards to play in this game. Get ready to find out that I'm not as easy an opponent to defeat. The true essence of my power is about to be revealed, and I assure you that it'll surprise you. The battle's only just begun, young Saiyan.
The resulting explosion temporarily blinded everyone present, enveloping the battlefield in a dazzling light that eclipsed even the brightest stars in the firmament. As the luminescence slowly faded away, it revealed an impressive but also disturbing scene. Gohan, still in his Super Saiyan Stage 3 form, was still standing, his figure slender but visibly exhausted at the limit of his strength.
Was that enough?
He was panting between short breaths, his eyes reflecting a determination that defied the fatigue that overwhelmed him. But Takagami emerged from the rubble with a defiant smile on his face, was making it clear that the battle was far from over.
You're barely scratching the surface, Gohan. Your power is awesome, but you can't beat the darkness that is hanging over you. Your determination's commendable, but the real battle is beyond what you can imagine. My shadows are deeper, and my power is vaster than you think. Get ready to face the true essence of the dark power.
Gohan's energy was fluctuating, a clear sign that his transformation was reaching its limit. The Z warriors watched with anxiety and determination as the battle reached a critical point. Victory seemed elusive, but their fighting spirit remained unwavering in the darkness that threatened to devour them all.
No! I can't give up! This power! It's to protect everyone! To my family! To the Earth!
Each word came out between agitated breaths, but charged with an unwavering determination, revealing the deep sense of responsibility and love that drove their struggle. His voice, though weakened by the effort, resounded with a firmness that defined the adversities he faced.
Oh, what a pathetic nobility! Do you think you can fight my darkness with simple desires for protection? Your strength is impressive, but your naivety condemns you. Don't you understand that in this world, nobility and desires for protection are as fragile as glass in front of the tide? No matter how much power you possess, the darkness will always find a crack through which to infiltrate and corrupt everything you value. It's only a matter of time before you realize the futility of your efforts, Gohan.
Gohan, his aura flickering, braced himself for another assault, feeling every fiber of his being burning with determination. However, the accumulated fatigue and the marked wounds on his skin were beginning to take their toll, weighing like chains on his struggle. Every move was a battle against exhaustion and pain, a test of endurance that tested his courage and perseverance. The vision of Takagami, his implacable enemy, distorted slightly before his fatigued eyes, reflecting not only the tumult of the physical battle, but also the dark and twisted connection Takagami maintained with the source of power that fed him. This connection, like a cursed bond, gave Takagami a ruthless strength, but also dragged him into the maelstrom of corruption and out of control. During the fray, Gohan found himself facing not only a formidable opponent, but also the shadow of an evil influence that threatened to consume everything. Every blow thrown and blocked resonated with the intensity of an epic battle between light and darkness, between the determination of a hero and the seduction of a dark and forbidden power. Despite the adversities and uncertainty that surrounded him, Gohan clung to hope like the beacon in a storm, remembering the bonds of friendship and love that drove him to move forward. Every beat of his heart resonated with the will to protect what he valued most in the world, facing the challenge with courage and sacrifice, knowing that true strength lay in his indomitable spirit and in his determination to never give up in the face of the darkness that threatened his world and soul.
Gohan, don't wear yourself out too much. Stay focused and in control.
Remember, the true strength lies not only in raw power, but in the ability to stay calm and think strategically amid chaos. Do not underestimate your opponent, and do not get carried away by blind rage. That determination must be backed by intelligence and control. Make every hit count, and don't get distracted from your goal. His words, full of advice and warnings, sought to remind Gohan of the importance of the mind in battle, in addition to physical strength. The Super Saiyan Phase 3 form consumes a lot of energy. Gohan needs to find a balance between his power and his stamina. He must learn to control the flow of his ki to maintain his strength without exhausting himself quickly. The key is efficiency. Every movement must be precisely calculated and executed to maximize the impact without wasting energy. It's a challenge to master this state, but if Gohan manages to find that harmony, his potential will be truly formidable. His words, full of experience and knowledge, sought to guide Gohan towards a better understanding of how to use his power without compromising his endurance in battle. As Gohan and Takagami continued their confrontation, Goku's eyes, a symbol of hope for everyone, shone with determination during the intense strife. His strategic mind was working at full speed, analyzing every move of his son and enemies to find the perfect crack in Takagami's defense. Every glimmer in his gaze reflects years of training, epic battles, and an unwavering desire to protect those he loved. In the distance, Vegeta stood in a fighting position, his Saiyan pride burning like an unstoppable flame. His defiant aura and combat experience combined into a formidable force, ready to unleash his power at the precise moment. Piccolo, with his calculated serenity, was watching the battle with sharp eyes, ready to strategically intervene and balance the scales in favor of his comrades. Meanwhile, Goten and Trunks, the young warriors, were in the middle of the recovery process after the intense confrontation against Takagami. Despite their damage received, his determination did not waver. Both focused on channeling their ki with precision, taking advantage of every breath to restore their energies and strengthen their bodies. Goten, with his indomitable spirit and his face marked with determination, closed his eyes with concentration as he felt the flow of vital energy revitalize his fatigued muscles. "We have to be ready to return to the battle at any moment," he thought to himself, remembering the responsibility he shared with his friend Trunks to protect his family and his home. On the other hand, Trunks, with his mind focused and his ki shining with renewed intensity, was striving to reach an optimal state of recovery. "We can't afford to let our guard down," he reflected, aware of the challenges they still faced and the need to be prepared to face any adversity that stood in their way. Both young warriors knew that the battle was not over yet. With determination in their hearts and their ki channeling with precision, they were preparing for the next chapter in their fight for the protection of their world. "Gohan's giving his best. His strength and determination are impressive, but we need to find an opening to channel more energy towards him and empower his power to the fullest. We must all join forces and find a way to support him in this crucial battle. Our connection as a family and as a team is our greatest strength. Let's make every hit and every effort count to protect our home and those we love." His words, full of determination and hope, reflected his confidence in the team's ability to overcome any challenge when working together. "Your resistance is admirable, but useless. My power is absolute. No matter how much they fight, they won't be able to stop me. My strength is unshakable, and my determination relentless. There is no escape from my dominion. It's time for you to give up and accept your fate under my control." Every word was loaded with arrogance and certainty as Takagami continued to unleash his dark power with ruthless ferocity. Gohan, with a superhuman effort, managed to deflect Takagami's attacks and counterattacked with a burst of brilliant energy. The collision of powers created a shockwave that shook the nearby atmosphere. "I will not allow you to destroy what I love! My bonds and my strength are greater than any darkness you could throw! I'm ready to face any challenge and overcome any obstacle to ensure a secure future for everyone! There will be no place for destruction in my world!" "Your emotions make you weak, Gohan. The real strength lies in the darkness. Your love and your bonds are chains that prevent you from reaching your true potential. Don't you see that the darkness offers unlimited and unrestricted power? Abandon your illusions of grandeur, young Saiyan. Face the truth that only darkness can bring you true strength and absolute dominion over the world." Every word was imbued with an icy arrogance and a fanatical belief in the corrupting power of darkness. Takagami sought to sow doubts and weakness in Gohan's mind, challenging his conception of strength and courage. The struggle became more intense with each pressing moment. Gohan, despite showing obvious exhaustion with every short breath, remained firm and undetermined, refusing to back down from the challenge Takagami posed. His eyes reflected an unwavering determination as he faced the malevolent machinations of his enemy. However, Takagami's evil cunning was revealed in all its magnitude when he began to manipulate the environment around him with dark mastery. The dark creatures had summoned with his sinister magic were already at the edge of the surface, ready to emerge and join the battle with uncontrollable ferocity. The air was charged with an ominous presence as the shadows of those creatures danced unexpectedly, eager to join the conflict and show their destructive power. Faced with the imminent threat, the Z Warriors did not hesitate to prepare to face these creatures that represented an unknown but tangible danger. Vegeta, with his characteristic defiant tone, exclaimed as he adjusted his combat posture, "I'll not allow those abominations to ruin our path to victory. It's time to show them the true power of a Saiyan." Piccolo, the group's calm strategist, quickly assessed the situation and proposed a plan of action.
"We're facing a cunning enemy who uses manipulation as a weapon. We must act with coordination and precision. Gohan, you now take care of containing the creatures. Vegeta, Goku, keep the pressure on Takagami and don't let him breathe easy."
Goku, with a determined smile on his face, nodded energetically. "We have it, Piccolo. I'm confident that together we can overcome any challenge that comes our way. We're going to give our best." Goten and Trunks, the young warriors, who were always looking to prove their bravery, exchanged a look of complacency before joining the plan. "Yes, let's show these monsters what it means to be a real team!" Determination shone in the eyes of each Z warrior as they prepared for the upcoming showdown, their hearts resonating with the memory of Ten Shinhan and Chaos's courageous sacrifice. Those moments of heroism and camaraderie resonated like an echo in their souls, reminding them of the price they sometimes had to pay to protect the world they loved. Goku, with a silent bow to his fallen friends, took a moment to remember his valuable lessons of courage and determination. "Our friend showed us that even in the darkest moments, we can find the strength to face any challenge. His sacrifice will not be in vain as long as we keep fighting and keep the flame of hope alive in our hearts. Every blow we take, every obstacle we face is proof of our determination and our commitment to a better future. We'll not let his sacrifice be forgotten. Let's keep fighting with all our heart and spirit." Vegeta, with an intense glazed fix on the horizon, added solemnly,
"Every battle teaches us something new. We must honor his memory by overcoming our limits, protecting this world, not only for ourselves, but for those who are no longer there."
Piccolo, the serene strategist, reflected on the importance of learning from each experience.
"Every battle, every loss, strengthens us and teaches us to be better warriors. Let's move forward with determination and wisdom."
Goten and Trunks, the young warriors, full of energy and competitive spirit, exchanged a look of respect towards the heroes of the past. "We're going to make their bravery and sacrifice worthwhile. We'll fight with everything we have." The memory of Ten Shinhan and Chaos became a flame that fanned the determination and fighting spirit of the Z Warriors. With their hearts united in a common purpose, they prepared to face the next challenge with the strength of those who came before them, ready to write the next chapter in the history of defending the Earth against the forces of evil. The battle reached unprecedented levels of intensity, with every move unleashing a wave of energy that shook the battlefield. Gohan, with his indomitable spirit, led the charge against the emerging shadows, channeling his ki into powerful explosions that dispelled the creatures one after another. Every flash of light harbored the determination to protect their loved ones and their home from the darkness that threatened to consume them. "Mr. Piccolo, behind you! Watch your back! The enemy's trying to surprise us with sneak attacks! We can't afford to let our guard down for 1 second in this battle! Our togetherness is our greatest strength, and together we'll overcome any challenge that comes our way! I trust in your strategic wisdom, Mr. Piccolo, but I'm also here to support you in every move! Let's move forward with determination and protect what we value with all our might!" Piccolo responded quickly, deflecting the attack with an energy shield.
Thank you, Gohan. Your quick alertness and attention to detail are crucial in this battle. Our coordination and communication are what will keep us one step ahead in the face of our enemies. Let's keep working together. Every move counts in this matchup.
By his side, Piccolo displayed his tactical ingenuity with mastery, drawing lines of defense and counterattack with pinpoint accuracy. His strategies were like chess moves on the battlefield, anticipating the enemy's moves and coordinating attacks to maximize the impact. Between them, an almost perfect synchronicity is woven, where Gohan's brute force found balance at Piccolo's strategic cunning.
Vegeta, get ready for our combined attack! We can't hold any back anymore! It's time to deploy all our power and show them what we're capable of! Together, we're unstoppable, Vegeta! Let's prove once again why we're the most powerful Z warriors in the universe! Let's go!
You don't need to tell me, Kakaroto. I'm always ready for the combat. Our combined power will overcome any obstacle that stands in our way. Get ready to witness the true strength of the Saiyan race. Let's go!
Every clash of powers, every rumble of explosions resounded like a chant of resistance, bravery during chaos. The bonds of camaraderie and trust between the Z warriors were strengthened by adversity, reminding them that together they were more than the sum of their individual abilities. In this ballet of strength and strategy, where each movement had the weight of survival and the hope of a future in which light would prevail over shadows. Vegeta and Goku, in their eternal friendly rivalry forged in countless battles, coordinated their attacks with an almost telepathic synchronization. Like two warriors who share a unique and deep bond, their fiery determination was reflected in every move, every punch, and every burst of energy they threw at their formidable opponent, Takagami.
Goku, it's time to unite our powers to take down this guy once and for all. We'll not allow it to continue sowing chaos and destruction. Our combined strength will be their undoing. Take this, Takagami! This is the end that awaits you for challenging the Z Warriors.
I'm with you, Vegeta. There's no turning back now. Together, we'll put an end to this threat once and for all. Let's get him!
The latter, a formidable adversary in his own right, was forced to quickly divert his attention between dodging the quick and precise strikes of the Saiyans and dealing with the strategic cunning of Gohan and the tactical prowess of Piccolo.
Don't underestimate my powers, Saiyans. My abilities go beyond what you can imagine. Your determination's admirable, but it won't be enough to stop me. Get ready to know the true darkness that resides in this universe.
The frantic dance of attacks and defenses between the protagonists became a ballet of opposing forces, where speed and power merged into an unparalleled combat choreography. Each shock of energy unleashed explosions of ki that lit up the sky like shooting stars on a stormy night, painting the firmament with flashes of power and determination. The battlefield was transformed into an epic scenario where the fates of the combatants were intertwined in a cosmic drama of legendary proportions.
Gohan, now's your time to shine. Use this opportunity to show your true power and determination. We're all counting on you to turn the tide of this battle. Don't hold back. Give your best and make every hit count. The fate of everyone depends on your courage and strength in this crucial moment.
Come on, Dad! Mr. Piccolo! We won't stop until we beat you! Our determination's stronger than ever, and together, we're unstoppable! This is our moment to show that together, we can overcome any obstacle! Let's trust in our bonds, and fight with everything we have!
Meanwhile, Gohan's relentless determination and Piccolo's tactical wisdom added layers of complexity to the conflict, consistently challenging Takagami's strategies and moves. The intensity of the confrontation reached its peak, and with each hero and villain deploying their maximum potential in search of victory. Amid the chaos of battle, friendship and honor and inner strength shone as beacons of hope in a universe fraught with unfathomable challenges and dangers. Goten and Trunks, following the meticulous plan laid out by Piccolo to the latter, demonstrated a perfect synchronization that bordered on the supernatural. As young Saiyan warriors, their connection was more than a simple strategic alliance. It was the manifestation of a deep and lasting friendship, forged in countless shared trainings and battles. Every movement, every gesture, flowed between them in an innate harmony that only the strongest bonds could sustain.
Goten, your task is to maintain the defensive perimeter. Don't let anything surprise us from behind. Trunks, look for any opportunity to counterattack. We need to take advantage of every gap in their defense to turn the tide in this battle.
Understood, Mr. Piccolo. I'll be attentive and make sure that nothing takes us by surprise.
Following Piccolo's instructions, Goten unleashed bursts of energy with the dexterity and speed typical of the Saiyan lineage.
Come on, Trunks. Let's keep the pressure on. Let's not give up and take every opportunity to move forward.
His attacks were precise and forceful, outlining a defensive perimeter around the group with an intensity that left his opponents breathless. Meanwhile, Trunks, a skilled wielder of the energy sword, executed precise and elegant cuts that perfectly complemented Goten's strategic defense.
Don't let any of them through, Goten. Keep our fronts safe while we look for weaknesses in their formation. Let's keep pushing.
Each movement drew lines of glowing energy in the air, creating a dynamic and effective wall of protection that neutralized any threat that dared to get too close to their companions. The combination of Goten and Trunks' skills not only demonstrated their individual mastery, but also their ability to work in a team in a fluid and coordinated way. Their actions were not only the result of practice and training, but also of a deep mutual understanding that allowed them to anticipate each other's movements with pinpoint accuracy. On the battlefield, the symbiosis was their greatest strength, making them an unstoppable force that courageously and determinedly defended those considered their family and home. The battle that was being fought was a whirlwind of energy and strategy, where every move had a deep meaning, and every decision impacted on the future of the contest. Goten and Trunks, the young Saiyan warriors, showed amazing coordination as they threw themselves into combat with a mixture of bravery and dexterity. His movements were like a martial dance, fluid and precise, designed to unbalance the dark creatures summoned by Takagami.
Trunks, to your right! Understood.
The voices of the young people echoed among the booms of explosions and the clash of powers. Each exchange of blows was a symphony of ki, a manifestation of the determination not to give ground in the face of the darkness that threatened to engulf them. Meanwhile, Gohan, with his indomitable spirit, deployed his ki in explosions of controlled energy, creating glowing spheres that exploded with force on impact against the shadows that rushed over them.
We can't give up! Our world depends on this! Every strike, every strategy, everything counts in this crucial battle! Let's keep fighting until the end!
His voice resonated with conviction, injecting courage into his companions. Piccolo, the calm but ruthless strategist, extended his arms with authority, generating defensive barriers that protected the group from surprise attacks. His eyes observed the battlefield with a calculated calm, evaluating every movement of the enemy to find the precise moment to counterattack.
Keep the pressure constant. We cannot allow them to make up ground. Every breakthrough we make is crucial to maintaining our advantage. Keep attacking relentlessly.
The sound of energy crashes and explosions was deafening, but during the chaos, the group's determination and unity shone like beacons of hope in the darkest night. Each of the Z warriors knew that they were not only fighting for their lives, but for the future of their home and the generations to come. Every attack, every block was another step towards victory or defeat, and they were not willing to give in to adversity. Amid the furious fray, every strategic move and every technique deployed by the Z warriors reflected years of training and experience, as well as a bond of trust and camaraderie that strengthened them in the most difficult moments. The coordination between them was a show of synchronization and dexterity, a chaotic but harmonious dance of attacks and defenses that kept at bay the dark forces that tried to dominate them. However, it was at a crucial moment, when hope seemed to be faltering in the face of Takagami's relentless persistence, that Goku and Vegeta, the legendary Saiyans whose power transcended known limits, demonstrated once again why they were revered as the most powerful warriors in the universe. With millimetric synchronization that only they could achieve after years of training and epic battles, they unleashed a devastating combined attack that shattered Takagami's defenses, leaving them exposed and vulnerable in the face of the final counterattack of the brave defenders of the Earth. The impact of their combined energy resounded on the battlefield like divine thunder, shaking reality itself with its overwhelming power. The energy blasts and shockwaves spread out like a gale, sweeping away any obstacles in their way and marking a decisive turn in the confrontation. The hearts of the Z Warriors swelled with renewed hope as they witnessed the result of the bravery and determination embodied in Goku and Vegeta, who were not only allies but also rivals who raised each other to new heights of power and dexterity. This epic moment not only symbolized the brute strength of the legendary Saiyans, but also the depth of their connection as battle companions and friends. Her self-sacrifice and dedication to protecting her home and loved ones shone with an intensity that defied the shadows of despair. With Takagami vulnerable before them, Earth's heroes prepared for the final assault, determined to put an end to the dark threat looming over their world and restore the lost peace. As this crucial opportunity approached, Gohan and Piccolo, two warriors whose togetherness goes beyond simple camaraderie, combined their powers with synchronization and understanding that only the closest battle partners could achieve. With relentless determination and a strategic focus sharp as the edge of a sword, they faced the creatures summoned by Takagami, with a bravery that inspired everyone present on the battlefield.
Mr. Piccolo, keep the rear guard. I'm going to the front. It is crucial to maintain our formation and protect our backs as we move forward towards the main battle. I trust you to keep us safe from behind.
Understood, Gohan. Don't let your guard down. Our coordination is key for being victorious. Stay alert and move forward with determination. Together we'll overcome this challenge.
Gohan's energy, bright and powerful as the sun as it peaks, was intertwined with Piccolo's tactical cunning and dexterity, creating a symphony of power and skill that defied expectations. Each coordinated movement between them was a masterful combined dance, where offensive and defense intertwined in a lethal harmony. The creatures summoned by Takagami, who once posed a formidable threat, now found themselves at a disadvantage in the face of the unbreakable union of these two exceptional warriors. The battlefield lit up with flashes of brilliant energy as Gohan and Piccolo unleashed their full potential, overcoming every obstacle with steely determination and calculated strategies. The trust between them was palpable, a connection that transcended words and manifested itself in every punch and every block. With each enemy defeated, their path to Takagami cleared, bringing them closer and closer to the final victory they sought to protect their world and their loved ones.
Gohan, you need to buy time. I will prepare my best attack to defeat these creatures. I trust you can keep them busy while I get ready. Together, we can change the course of this battle.
Mr. Piccolo, I'll do my best to buy time. My goal is to keep these creatures at bay as long as possible so I can prepare their attack. Trust me, I won't let you down.
The moment of truth was approaching, and Gohan was advancing with a firm step, while Piccolo prepared his best attack to defeat these creatures summoned by Bahamut's disciple and put an end to the darkness that had threatened his home. His fiery determination was a beacon of hope for those who witnessed his courageous struggle, reminding them that strength lies in the unity and indomitable spirit of those who fight for justice and peace. The critical moment came when every move decided the fate of the battle. Gohan, in a last effort, took his final form. With his bright and determined aura, advanced to the front of the battle line facing the dark creatures with a mixture of bravery and strategy, as he blocked the onslaughts of the shadows with his dazzling ki. The creatures summoned by Takagami were not easy rivals to beat, but Gohan in his ultimate form took a lot of confidence and began to face the creatures they are facing. Gohan knew that keeping the creatures at bay was crucial to allowing Piccolo to unleash his full power, while Gohan struggled to contain the shadows with his fast movements and powerful attacks. Piccolo concentrated his energy preparing for the most powerful technique. The tension on the battlefield was palpable, but there was no room for doubt. Confidence in their abilities and in their partner was the key to facing the darkness that threatened to consume them.
Gohan, keep it up. You're demonstrating exceptional courage and impressive mastery on the battlefield. Every movement of yours is a barrier that prevents the advancement of these creatures. It's crucial that you hold this firmness for a few more moments while I finalize the preparations for my final ultimate technique. I have full confidence in your abilities and determination. Remember that our teamwork is the key to overcoming any challenge. Keep the pressure on and don't let your guard down. Together we can turn the tide of this battle and protect our loved ones.
Understood, Mr. Piccolo. I'll not allow them to advance a single step further. You can trust me. I'm fully prepared to take on this responsibility and keep these creatures at bay. Together, we can overcome this and protect our loved ones. My determination's unwavering, and I'll not back down in the face of this challenge, because I know that every stroke I stop here is a step towards victory. Our teamwork and mutual trust will give us the strength to prevail in this battle. Let's show them what we're capable of and write our own destiny in this struggle.
The scene unfolds with increasing intensity as Gohan definitively plunges into the maelstrom of combat. His determination is reflected in every gesture, in every tense muscle, and in every flash of energy that emanates from his being. The creatures summoned by Takagami's nightmarish creatures with twisted shapes and burning eyes fiercely advance towards Gohan, seeking to overwhelm him with their numbers and their uncontrolled fury. Gohan, however, is not daunted. His ki shines around him like an aura of power, marking every movement with a clear purpose. When the first creature lunges with sharp claws, Gohan responds with a precise block, channeling his energy to stop the attack with a glowing barrier. The resulting impact makes the ground tremble under his feet, but Gohan remains steadfast, his eyes fixed on his opponent. Each subsequent blow is an exhibition of martial skill and ki control. Gohan moves with grace and speed, dodging the onslaughts of creatures with fluid movements, and countering with calculated blows. His fists and legs turn into bursts of energy, hitting the enemies with force and precision. Each impact causes bursts of energy that light up the battlefield, drawing bright arcs in the air and kicking up swirls of dust around them. The creatures do not retreat easily. Their resistance is stubborn, and their thirst for destruction is insatiable. Gohan is forced to deploy more advanced techniques, combining his speed and strength with concentrated energy attacks. Ki waves cut through the air as Gohan releases bursts of controlled energy, seeking to weaken his opponents and open gaps in their defenses. Every block, every dodge, is a dance of anticipation and reaction. Gohan relies on his training and his intellect, reading the movements of the creatures, responding with precise movements. Your connection to your spiritual energy is evident in every movement, every pulse of energy emanating from your being. Meanwhile, Piccolo completes the charge of his definitive technique, his absolute concentration palpable in the air. The sound of his pent-up energy resonates on the battlefield, adding a layer of palpable tension to the charged atmosphere of battle. Gohan feels Piccolo's accumulated power as a beacon of hope and a call to redouble his efforts.
This is our chance, Gohan. Keep the pressure on them, and don't give them any respite. Every move of yours is crucial right now, as we are close to changing the course of this battle. I trust in your ability to keep them at bay while we prepare our counterattack. Keep your determination and keep going. Together, we can make it happen.
Gohan nods with determination as he prepares for the next attack. The combat dance between Gohan and the creatures reach its climax when Gohan, with a graceful twist, unleashes a series of energy blasts that cut through the enemy ranks. The creatures recoil momentarily, their twisted forms showing signs of weakness for the first time.
Goten! Trunks! I need you to be alert! Mr. Piccolo is preparing a powerful attack! Move quickly and maintain your defenses! Our coordination is crucial at this critical moment of the battle. We can't afford to make mistakes now. I'm confident in your ability to respond quickly and effectively. Stay focused and keep fighting with determination. Come on, we can still turn the tide of this battle in our favor.
The moment came when Gohan, with a precise movement, opened a breach in the creature's defenses, allowing Piccolo to unleash his devastating attack. With a resounding scream, Piccolo releases his ultimate technique, a beam of concentrated energy that cuts through the sky like a fiery comet.
Makankasapo!
The pure energy swirls frantically around the lightning, forming a spiral of controlled energy that seems to dance in the air with calculated ferocity. The extreme concentration of energy causes a burst that radiates a dazzling radiance, as if the sun itself were transcending on the battlefield. The energy beam, with its incomparable power, transverses the enemy ranks with pinpoint accuracy, neutralizing the creatures with an amazing efficiency that takes the breath away of those who witness its devastating impact. The initial explosion is only the prelude to the destruction that is unleashed. The torrent of concentrated energy envelops the creatures in a lethal embrace, eroding their forms with an overwhelming intensity. Each wave of energy emanating from the ray is like a chisel, carving out space itself, gradually disintegrating the creatures that meet its path with an inexorable inevitability. The show is both majestic and terrifying, with the energy displayed manifesting in vibrant colors that collide and intertwine in a chaotic dance. The controlled destruction leaves in its wake a trail of disintegration that seems to defy the very laws of physics, demonstrating the supreme power that resides in the hands of those who master the arts of combat and energy control. The battlefield gradually quieted down, the dark threat dissipating with each defeated creature. Gohan and Piccolo, breathing heavily, but with a satisfied smile, met in the center of the battlefield, knowing that their teamwork and determination had tipped the scales toward victory. Now, with the road to Takamagami clear, they were preparing for the final assault, confident that their union would return their greatest strength. The battlefield gradually quieted down, the echo of controlled destruction echoing through the air as the enemy creatures vanquished before the combined might of Gohan and Piccolo. The glow of the dissipated energy hinted at the near victory, marked by the determination and teamwork of the brave warriors Z, Gohan, and Piccolo. Breathing heavily but with a smile of satisfaction on their faces, met in the center of the battlefield, exchanging looks of complicity that spoke of a bond forged in battle and camaraderie. Meanwhile, in another part of the battlefield, Goku and Vegeta were facing Takagami in an epic duel that defied the limits of known power. With their faces marked with determination and their eyes shining with a fierce intensity, the two legendary Saiyans demonstrated once again why they were considered the most powerful warriors in the universe. His movements were like a whirlwind of quick attacks and precise defenses, each strike resounding like thunder in the energy-charged air.
Vegeta, keep the pressure on! Let's finish this together!
Of course, Kakarot. I'm not gonna let this guy beat us.
The intensity of their confrontation filled the battlefield, making the ground shake with every energy shock. Takagami, although powerful, was in a challenging position in the face of the unstoppable combination of Goku and Vegeta.
I'll not underestimate your power, Saiyans. I recognize their bravery, but their determination will not be enough to stop me. My strength is unshakable. My power is unstoppable. Get ready to face the real darkness.
What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well, guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now, don't forget to leave your powerful like, Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now, without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.
Garu.